Okay, so I got the Aegis, and they did change it to do armor debuff. I don't know why they did that. It's stupid. They should have kept the 75% damage debuff because you're pulling targets into your character, which they're going to hit you. You want a damage debuff them. You don't want to armor debuff them because you're going to die. So I haven't tested this out yet. I'm going to go ahead and test this out for the first time. See how it does against enemies. Wait, is that the actual, how the Aegis looks, or is that my aura? Oh, that would have been cool if it summoned a huge thing around you like this firebug does. I don't have my sound up. It reminds me of like a Venom. Yeah, see, I'm dying here, but it reminds me of like a Venom arcane ability. You can see I'm dying because they don't have a 75% damage debuff. So I got my Dozerax on, it still does the same damage. So 5,700 damage is what I'm using. It's doing around 12 to 28,000 damage. 12,000 damage, no crits, 28,000 being crits. I do like its pull effect, but it kind of needs to be stronger. Oh, I need to change weapons. Yeah, see, I died to that. Also having a very hard time proccing it sometimes. So even with 3,000 damage, I'm doing the same exact damage as I was doing with 5,000 damage as base. I'm gonna test it with my ultimate. Actually, I'll test it on the boss with ultimate so I can see more damage. Alright, it says Vengeful and Rally Cry. I'll test it in a second. Even with ultimate, it makes literally no difference. So I might cut the video here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Vengeful and Rally Cry. Yeah, I die. Okay, so I got these skills equipped. You can see these two, everything else is just the same. I didn't have these skills because I don't need them. I'm just testing two skills for the damage buffs. It still does the same amount of damage, it just crits more often. And even with Arcane Vest, it still didn't increase its damage. The cooldown, I think it's okay. I keep forgetting I have Terrorblade on my speed loadout. So its cooldown, where does it say it at? Okay, 15 seconds. I say reduce this to like 10 seconds. Increase the damage it does inside the aura. Do a 50 or 75% damage debuff to enemies. And make its pull stronger, so it pulls enemies from a farther distance. Because if you have movement speed and you're running, you're not going to be able to pull those enemies that are far away. It does not even hit all of the enemies inside of its range as well. So it hits like a select amount of enemies. I don't know what the amount it hits, but if it did damage reduction on these things, it would help so much. I wouldn't be dying as often as I am using it. Let's test on this mini. Yeah, you can see it's like barely doing damage. Also, I am taking a large amount of damage while using it. Even though I am using a speed set and all this stuff, but That's your average stats. I was even using it with my Dozerags, and I was still kind of dying.